This is Donna D'Angelo with the Breath of Spirit meditation for November 2nd, 2025. Today we'll be focusing on Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness, and I'll explain why we're going to be focusing on this in a moment. So take a few deep breaths and focus into your heart center. I chose this meditation today to focus on the universal heart of Jesus because we are moving into a period where more truth of our ancient past is being revealed, of how this planet became the way it is, with all of the wars and illness and associated evils that have plagued us for many, many millennia. We are getting back to the divine plan of evolution. And one of the ways in which this divine plan is being implemented is through human involvement, especially to hold the attitude of forgiveness in our heart and let go of the past and the ways it has hurt us and impacted us so adversely for many, many years. Our Father, Christ Michael, when he was here on our world as our human brother Jesus, had to encounter so much disdain against him. And yet, when he was on the cross, he said, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." Those individuals who did not like Jesus, did not like his preaching, truly didn't understand the implications of why they wanted to get rid of him and what it would mean for the planet. But Jesus saw through all of that, and his universal heart of forgiveness is big enough to help us make that same statement to those who would be in a position on our planet to keep us in the state of decay and destruction. And so today, Jesus wants to empower us more to be able to hold that bigger heart energy of divine forgiveness, especially the forgiveness as he practiced it when he was here. We have the ability to tap into the memory circuit that Jesus left here. And so in this meditation today, I'd like to lead us in this experience so that you can calibrate to Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness and then send it out into the planet as a healing balm for the entire world, for humanity to forgive what has happened here, so that more positive change can be cultivated through the circuits of the divine plans of rehabilitation, intersecting with the divine plans of evolution to get us back on track and to create a higher social order that is dominated by peace, love, fairness, justice, and equality for all. So let's begin. Invite the energies of Jesus' universal heartbeat of forgiveness. Focus it in your heart and just let the energy, the divine meaning and value of this phrase to gently calibrate into your heart. And notice if you feel a little expansion or a gentle tingling. These are ways to indicate that you are indeed opening and receiving from Jesus what he left here in terms of holding a larger bandwidth of forgiveness for humanity. Invite his universal heart of forgiveness to just gently soak into you. It's a very soothing energy, very liberating. So just let yourself become more saturated with it as you focus in your heart. Mm. Allow His universal heart of forgiveness to gently calibrate into some of those memory experiences that you're holding deep within your being. Some may still be unconsciously held in you. Invite the energies to go where they can make the most indelible impact of forgiveness to liberate you from any resentment, guilt, or shame, or any other negative feeling you may still contain within your mind and body, especially in the memory system. If you wish, you may open yourself up to Jesus and speak to Him as if He was your best friend sitting next to you. You're having a loving discussion. If there's anything on your heart, anything regarding forgiveness that might be difficult for you, talk to Him about it and invite Him to respond to you with insights that will help you open to this bigger dimension of forgiveness. Let Jesus' heart expand your capacity to be forgiving. Mm. Now, if you wish, gently extend Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness from your heart out into the planet. If you can, envision the world as being held in these healing words, Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness. In sending it into the planet, you are setting up a field of energy for our angels and other celestial helpers. Weave this word energy and its meaning and value into the planet to replace those lower frequencies where people are resistant to forgiving and want to sit in judgment or recrimination. This is not the way forward. Forgiveness is the path to our liberation. So feel that interest and that willingness to hold this, especially to help more of our brothers and sisters respond to this beautiful energy and circuitry that is now being constructed for more people to have a willingness to forgive the evil that has occurred here. This is a very liberating activity for the planet. So do your best to feel that love and the intention for this world to be free of its nefarious past. Here is where we take our power back because we are using that power as intention for a higher good to prevail. This is always the way of healing. You cannot fight fire with fire. So being angry with what has occurred here just feeds that legacy that we have here on this world. Forgiveness is the way forward. Forgiveness banishes the pain of separation and suffering. Forgiveness liberates the heart to expand into a greater capacity to love and perceive reality more from the divine perspective. So do your best to send your heart energy, all your love, as you hold the planet in Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness. Let our brothers and sisters also feed upon this, for this will help them in their own healing and soul growth processes. Hold that intention for our helpers to weave this energy into deeper dimensions of the planet. Especially hold gratitude in your heart as they do this, for this will certainly augment the forgiveness energy to function better all throughout the planet's system of consciousness, even down into helping people remember that it is good to give, it is godly to forgive, and this is the way forward. Mm. Our own personal and planetary ascension plans are in place now. They will continue to develop as more people open to their spiritual potential and soul purposes. Forgiveness is one of the underlying spiritual energies and dynamics necessary for us to use as we continue on this ascension path. It is a fundamental dynamic. And so, in your own meditations, as you go about your week, spend some time in asking for Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness to continue to blend into the planet, helping to untether emotional energies tied to anger, resentment, and all of the other ways in which we are not readily or fully able to forgive. As more people pick up on this forgiveness signal, their inner spirits can give them more insights of why it is good to forgive, help them perceive that they will be liberated from the pain of the past through forgiveness. And let it become a living anchor in your own being that forgiveness is one of the first responses to impart to others when they hurt you. Jesus' heart of forgiveness will help you grow in that capacity. Invite the energies of Jesus' universal heart of forgiveness to weave mightily into the planet, integrating into all of those levels and layers of human emotion and thought where forgiveness is necessary. Our helpers know where to place this most healing balm of love and compassion and mercy into the areas of greatest need. And there is one other focus I would ask you to join me, and that is to see the words, the time of forgiveness, weaving into the planet by our helpers. You might consider that they are imparting light circuits of consciousness that have the capacity and ability to imprint upon divine language or coding, holding the intention for the time of forgiveness to pervade the planet will add much to the spiritual synergy for people to perceive this inner signal. It provides the human mind more inner space and light for the spirit to illuminate more truth and goodness into the human mind and heart. And this is one way in which we help our brothers and sisters untether themselves from the emotional blocks that hold them back from their spiritual potential. Let's hold this for a few moments before we conclude. The time of forgiveness, holding the planet, and soaking deeply into its circuitry of consciousness. I encourage you to maintain a focus on forgiveness as you go about your week. Spend time in your meditation, inviting this universal heart of Jesus' forgiveness to pervade the planet, and notice how it might impact you in your day-to-day activities. We can end here, but please feel free to stay in this meditation if you wish. I thank you for joining me, and I hope that you'll listen to this again. And please like this video and share with others. And join us at the Institute of Christ Consciousness to become a member if you're not already signed up, and to participate in our activities. I thank you so much for joining me today, and may you have a blessed and peaceful week, and enjoy the experiences of forgiving what is no longer serving you, especially in your relationships with others, so that you can become a greater beacon of light and love out in the world, illuminating the path forward in our planetary rehabilitation and reclamation to our higher divine purpose. Thank you, God bless you, and goodbye for now.